Welcome to the Explainer. Okay, let's talk about getting rich, but not just rich someday. We're talking about getting rich while you're still young enough to actually enjoy it. Today, we're cracking the code on a totally different path to wealth, and it's all inspired by MJ DeMarco's book, The Millionaire Fastlane.
You know the drill. You've heard this advice your entire life, right? It's the roadmap that's supposed to guarantee success. It's what our parents told us, what our teachers preached. It feels safe, it feels responsible.
I mean, look at this list. It's the classic playbook, isn't it? Work your tail off for 40 years, pinch every penny, and just trust that the market will make you rich, eventually. But here's the question DeMarco throws out there. What if this whole responsible plan is actually a trap? What if the logic behind it is just completely broken?
He gives this plan a name, and it's pretty brutal. The Slowlane. Think about it. It's a strategy that asks you to trade your life for a life. You sacrifice your youth, your energy, your best years, all for the hope that you'll be rich when you're old and gray. As he puts it, it's a plan for wealth in a wheelchair.
So to even consider another way, you first have to do one thing. You have to recognize the big lie. The lie that this slow, steady, life-sucking path is the only safe way to build wealth.
And here's where it gets really interesting. He breaks down a typical job into what he calls the 5-for-2 trade. You are literally trading 5 days of your life for just 2 days of freedom. That's a horrible deal. It's a negative 60% return on your most precious asset, your time, and that's before they even take out taxes.
But the problem, it actually goes way deeper than just a bad trade on your time. The real issue is the math behind a job. As a way to build wealth, it's just fundamentally flawed. It isn't designed for speed, and more importantly, it's not designed for you to be in the driver's seat.
This brings us to the core problem, which DeMarco calls uncontrollable limited leverage, or ULL. Now that sounds complicated, but it's really simple. Limited just means your income is tied to the hours in a day. You can't work more than 24 hours, right? And uncontrollable means someone else, your boss, the company. They hold all the cards.
So your whole financial plan becomes this house of cards built on one thing, hope. You hope you don't get laid off. You hope the market goes up. You hope you get that promotion. But as DeMarco says, hope is not a strategy. It's a recipe for a lifetime of anxiety.
Okay, so if the slow lane is broken, what's the alternative? Well, it all starts with a huge shift in your mindset. You basically have to decide which team you're going to play for.
See, our whole society trains us from day one to be consumers. We're always asking, where can I buy that? But true wealth, the kind that changes your life, it flows to producers. They ask a totally different question. What problem can I solve? What can I create that people need? This is the shift that stops you from chasing money and makes money start chasing you.
And this producer mindset, it's not just some feel-good philosophy. It's a blueprint. It's about getting you to stop trading your time for money and instead build a system, a machine that works for you 24/7.
To really hammer this idea home, the book tells this awesome story. Imagine an Egyptian pharaoh gives his 2 nephews, Chuma and Azor, an impossible task. Build a massive pyramid, just the 2 of them. And in return, they'll get incredible wealth.
Chuma, he's the Slowlane guy. He just starts grinding, right? Dragging one stone at a time, working his guts out every single day. He's the guy working 60 hours a week at his job. But Azor plays a different game. He's the Fastlane. He actually disappears for a while, and he spends his time building a machine, a system that creates leverage to do the heavy lifting for him. And Azor's machine is the perfect metaphor for the exact opposite of a job. It's what DeMarco calls controllable unlimited leverage, or CUL. This is the engine of the Fastlane. Controllable because it's yours, you own it, and unlimited because it's not tied to your time. It can work while you sleep. It's a business system built for massive, explosive growth.
So how do you start thinking like Azor? How do you spot a fast lane opportunity in your own life and start building your own machine? Well, DeMarco says you need a new compass to guide you.
Your new career compass should always point toward 2 things, control and scale. First, control. Are you in charge, or are you building your empire in someone else's kingdom, like being just another Amazon seller where they can change the rules on you overnight? And second, scale. Can your business help a neighborhood, or can it help the whole world? A freelance writer can only help one client at a time. That's low scale. But a software tool that helps thousands of writers? Now that's high scale.
And this brings us to what might be the biggest mindset shift of all. Wealth isn't the target, it's just the byproduct. The money you make is just a reflection of the value you create. So if you want to make millions of dollars, you have to figure out how to help millions of people. Stop chasing paychecks and start hunting for problems.
So look, this whole thing isn't about telling you to just quit your job tomorrow. Not at all. It's a challenge to look at the road you're on with a fresh set of eyes, to really examine the math behind your financial plan. And it all boils down to this one critical question. With every hour you work, are you dragging a stone for someone else's pyramid, or are you designing the machine to build your own?